Chosen one, pause for a moment and give this space the weight it deserves. Do not scroll. Do not rush past this, because the fact that you are here right now is not casual and it is not coincidence. You were pulled into this moment with intention. Something has been unfolding quietly around your life, and even though you may not have had language for it, your spirit has felt it. That tension you couldn't explain, that sense that something was approaching but hadn't yet arrived, that awareness that the season you were in was ending, even if nothing outward had changed yet. This is not imagination. This is alignment. You were meant to hear this before the shift completes, because what is happening next does not begin on the outside. It begins within you. Listen carefully. What you are standing on right now is a threshold, not a metaphorical one, but a real crossing point where what was forming in the unseen is about to press into your awareness. Tomorrow is not just another day added to the calendar. It is a convergence, a moment your life has been moving toward, even when you thought you were standing still. By the time you open your eyes, something will already be in motion, not loud, not dramatic, but undeniable. It will settle into your perception like clarity you didn't have before. Things that once felt delayed will begin to rearrange in meaning. Moments you questioned will suddenly make sense. The waiting will no longer feel wasted. This is not gradual improvement. This is interruption. You have endured seasons where nothing moved outwardly, yet everything inside you was being shaped. You thought you were being held back, but you were being formed. You thought heaven was silent, but it was strategic. Every unanswered prayer refined your discernment. Every closed door trained your patience. Every night you held it together without understanding why strengthened something in you that could not be taught any other way. You were not overlooked. You were selected. There are awakenings that arrive quietly, and this is one of them. No announcement, no applause, just a deep inner knowing that the ground beneath you has shifted. You may feel it as restlessness or resolve, or a strange calm paired with expectation. That is recognition rising. This is why you were drawn here now, not later, not after it happens, before. Because what comes next requires readiness. God does not waste pain. He does not rush process, and He does not promote without preparation. Look back at the intensity of your journey. The resistance you faced was disproportionate to what you thought you were carrying. That is because the weight you were stepping into required uncommon strength. You were trained in endurance when you thought you were just surviving. You learned restraint when you wanted to react. You learned obedience when obedience cost you comfort. Your wounds did not disqualify you. They instructed you. Every scar is evidence that you did not quit when quitting would have been easier. And that persistence matters now, because what is coming does not respond to surface-level faith. It responds to surrender. God has never waited for you to be perfect. He waits for you to be available. He is not looking for polished vessels. He is looking for yielded ones. That is why the breaking was so specific. That is why the isolation cut so deep. That is why the pressure lingered longer than you thought you could handle. You were not being punished. You were being prepared. History is full of moments like this, not loud beginnings, but quiet crossings. David was still tending sheep when the crown was already assigned. Gideon was hiding when courage was forming within him. Ruth was faithful in obscurity while destiny was rearranging her future. Esther was positioned before she ever realized the weight she would carry. None of them knew the full picture. They only knew they had reached a point where obedience mattered more than comfort. And now, you are here. What is about to break through your life is not generic blessing. It is precise, tailored to your calling, aligned with your assignment. You are not just stepping into outward change. You are entering inner activation. Dormant gifts are stirring. Sensitivity is sharpening. Purpose is regaining clarity. You will notice that your awareness feels different, that you are less willing to tolerate what once drained you, that old patterns no longer fit the way they used to. This is not rebellion. This is realignment. Something is loosening its grip. Old limitations, old narratives, old agreements you made when you were tired, they are falling away because they cannot travel with you. This shaking is not here to destroy you. It is here to free you. What once felt heavy will begin to lift. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you are stepping into alignment. Doors that resisted you will respond without force. Conversations you feared will lose their power over you. Paths that looked closed will begin to open with clarity. You are not chasing anything anymore. You are arriving. There has always been power in the early hours, moments where heaven leans into time and listens for those who are awake enough to respond. Those who rise before distraction, claim space before noise takes over. Those who listen before speaking receive direction others miss. You are being invited into that lineage. This is not habit. This is summons. When you wake, something within you will feel awake too. Not anxious, not rushed, but alert. A knowing will settle in that you are no longer surviving. You are being sent. Everything you endured will begin to converge into momentum. Confusion will thin. Doubt will lose volume. What once overwhelmed you will feel ordered. And this awakening will not stay hidden. Your presence will begin to carry weight. Not because you are trying to influence, but because alignment produces authority. Those around you will feel steadier, drawn, aware that something has shifted, even if they cannot explain it. This is impact forming, but hear this clearly. With awakening comes responsibility. You cannot walk into this season casually. You cannot carry this authority while entertaining what you were delivered from. The call is higher now, the standard clearer, but so is the grace. God does not call without equipping. He does not open doors without providing what is needed to walk through them. You are not being asked to figure it all out. You are being asked to trust. Moses doubted his voice, yet carried freedom to a nation. Peter failed publicly, yet became a foundation. Paul's past did not cancel his future. Your history does not disqualify you. It positions you. And as this truth settles, something inside you begins to respond. Not fear, not hesitation, readiness. That readiness you are beginning to feel is not confidence in yourself. It is confidence in what has been forming through you. There is a difference. Self-confidence rises and falls with circumstances, but spiritual readiness is anchored. It does not panic when things shake. It does not retreat when resistance appears. And resistance will appear, not because you are going the wrong way, but because you are finally moving in the right one. The moment alignment increases, opposition notices. You have already experienced this pattern before. Every time you grew, pressure followed. Every time you decided not to quit, the weight intensified. Every time clarity approached, distraction tried to pull you back. That was never coincidence. It was confirmation. You were never meant to live a small, quiet, unnoticed life. That is why comfort never fully satisfied you. That is why settling always felt like suffocation. That is why even when things looked fine on the surface, something in you knew there was more. That knowing was planted by God, and now it is rising. You are entering a season where hesitation becomes costly, where delay is no longer protection, where obedience matters more than explanation. Not because God is impatient, but because the timing is precise. There are doors that will not remain open indefinitely. There are conversations that must happen while hearts are still soft. There are assignments that require action before conditions feel perfect. This is why discernment matters now more than ever. You will need to recognize what is an invitation and what is a distraction, what is fear pretending to be wisdom, and what is obedience disguised as risk. The old version of you waited for clarity before moving. The new version moves and clarity follows. This is maturity. You are no longer being led step by step. You are being trusted with direction. That may feel unfamiliar, even uncomfortable, but it is evidence of growth. God does not micromanage those He has trained. He entrusts, and you have been trained. Trained in endurance, trained in restraint, trained in listening, trained in getting back up without applause. That training is activating now. You may notice that certain desires no longer hold the same power over you. Things you once chased feel empty. Conversations you once tolerated feel draining. This is not loss. This is separation. Some things cannot come with you where you are going, and some people will not understand that. They will question your change, misinterpret your boundaries, assume distance means pride. But alignment often looks like distance to those who benefited from your lack of boundaries. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming clear. You are not withdrawing from love. You are withdrawing from confusion. There is a refinement happening in your relationships. Not everyone will be removed, but everything will be revealed. Motives will surface. Intentions will become visible. Connections will either strengthen or dissolve. This is not to punish you. It is to protect what is forming. Because what you carry now requires stewardship. You are not just receiving blessing, you are carrying responsibility. There will be moments where you are tempted to go back to what was familiar, to choose comfort over calling, to lower the standard just to feel normal again. Resist that urge. Normal is no longer your assignment. You were not awakened to blend back into sleep. You were awakened to see, and once you see, you cannot unsee. You will begin to recognize patterns before they fully manifest. You will sense shifts before others notice movement. You will feel warnings before danger becomes visible. This is not anxiety. This is discernment awakening. Learn to trust it. Not every open door is yours. Not every opportunity is alignment. Not every good thing is a God thing. Silence will become a guide for you. So will peace. If something looks right but costs you your peace, pause. If something excites you but disconnects you from your values, wait. If something promises speed but requires compromise, walk away. Speed is never worth forfeiting integrity. God is not rushing you. He is positioning you. And positioning often feels slow while it is happening. But when it completes, movement accelerates quickly. You will experience moments where things fall into place rapidly. Connections, resources, clarity. What once took effort will begin to flow. This is not luck. This is timing meeting obedience. But understand this clearly. Power without character is dangerous. Authority without humility collapses. Influence without surrender corrupts. That is why the breaking had to come first. That is why pride was confronted early. That is why shortcuts were blocked. That is why certain doors closed even when you prayed for them to open. You were being protected from arriving too soon, because arriving before formation is complete destroys more than it builds. Now formation has reached maturity. You may still feel unready, but readiness is not the absence of fear. It is obedience in spite of it. Courage is not confidence that nothing will go wrong. It is trust that God will remain even if things do, and He will.
You are not stepping forward alone. He is already ahead of you, preparing hearts, aligning resources, positioning people, clearing paths. Things are moving even when you cannot see them. Do not underestimate the unseen work. Just because it is quiet does not mean it is inactive. Some of the most significant shifts happen silently. Roots grow underground before fruit appears above ground. You are in that moment where the roots have finished forming. Fruit is next, and when it comes, it will be visible. People will notice change without you explaining it. They will ask questions you did not prompt. They will sense stability you did not force. This is authority resting naturally. You will become a place of clarity for others, a place of safety, a place of truth. Not because you have all the answers, but because you are anchored. Anchored people, steady, unstable environments. This is why your awakening matters beyond you. What shifts in you will touch your household. What aligns in your life will influence your circle. What heals in you will ripple outward. You were never meant to be saved for yourself alone. You were meant to be a door, a bridge, a light. And light does not strive to be seen, it simply shines. As you move forward, stay attentive to the small instructions, the gentle nudges, the quiet checks in your spirit. Obedience in small things unlocks authority in greater ones. Do not despise simplicity. Some of the most powerful assignments look ordinary at first. Showing up consistently, speaking truth calmly, choosing integrity when no one is watching, remaining faithful when recognition is absent. These are the behaviors that sustain long-term impact. You are not being built for a moment. You are being built for longevity. And longevity requires discipline. Not rigid discipline driven by fear, but devotion driven by love. Love for truth. Love for alignment. Love for the one who called you. You will not always feel the intensity you feel right now. There will be days that feel normal, routine, unremarkable. Do not mistake those days as regression. Those days are where consistency is proven. Anyone can be faithful in heightened moments, but transformation is sustained in ordinary ones. Stay steady, stay anchored, stay listening. What has begun will not stop halfway. God completes what He starts, and what He has started in you is not small.
Stay here. Do not rush past this point, because what you are stepping into now requires awareness, not speed. There is a temptation that comes with awakening to want everything immediately, to expect instant results, to look for outward confirmation before inward alignment has fully settled. Resist that. Acceleration will come, but it comes after grounding. Right now, something is being sealed within you. You are learning how to carry weight without announcing it, how to hold authority without asserting dominance, how to move with confidence without needing validation. This is leadership formation. True authority does not demand attention, it commands atmosphere, and atmosphere responds to alignment. You will notice that situations begin to respond to you differently, not because you are trying harder, but because you are clearer. Your words will carry precision, your decisions will carry conviction. You will no longer explain yourself excessively. You will no longer second-guess what you already discerned. You will no longer need permission to obey what you know is right. This is not stubbornness, this is settledness. There is a calm strength rising in you, the kind that does not react impulsively, the kind that does not panic under pressure. That calm is not indifference, it is trust. Trust that you do not have to control outcomes to be secure. Trust that obedience is enough. Trust that God is not asking you to impress, only to align. Some of the hardest lessons you learned were not about action, but about restraint. Learning when not to speak, when not to respond, when not to fight. Those lessons matter now, because the season you are entering does not require constant defense. It requires discernment. You do not need to correct every misunderstanding. You do not need to respond to every accusation. You do not need to prove every truth. Truth stands on its own, and alignment protects you better than explanation ever could. There will be moments when others move faster than you. They will appear ahead. They will seem more successful, more visible, more affirmed. Do not be distracted. Visibility is not the same as stability.
Many rise quickly and collapse just as fast because their foundation was never strengthened. Your pace has been intentional. Delayed does not mean denied. Slow does not mean wrong. Quiet does not mean inactive. Some of the strongest structures are built without spectacle. You were being reinforced while others were being rushed. And now, when pressure increases, you will remain standing. That is not accident. That is design. As your discernment sharpens, you will also become more selective with your energy. You will feel less available to chaos, less drawn to drama, less tolerant of emotional manipulation. This is not coldness. This is stewardship. You cannot pour into everything and everyone. You must choose where your presence goes. Your attention is valuable. Your focus is powerful. Your time is sacred. Not everything deserves access to you anymore, and some people will struggle with that. They were comfortable with the version of you that overextended, that accommodated, that absorbed responsibility that was never yours. But growth changes dynamics, and not everyone who knew you before will recognize you now. That is okay. You are not called to be understood by everyone. You are called to be obedient. Obedience will sometimes cost you approval, but it will always bring peace. And peace is the evidence you are in alignment. When peace is present, confusion loses its voice. When peace is present, fear cannot dominate. When peace is present, clarity follows. Learn to guard that peace, not aggressively, but intentionally. If something disrupts it repeatedly, pay attention. If a pattern drains it consistently, address it. If a relationship compromises it continually, reassess it. Peace is not weakness, it is confirmation. And confirmation matters now more than emotion. You are entering a phase where feelings will fluctuate, but conviction must remain steady. There will be days when motivation feels low, days when excitement fades, days when the calling feels heavy. Those days are not failure, they are training. Consistency is formed when you obey without emotional reinforcement. Anyone can move when they feel inspired, but only the disciplined move when inspiration is absent. You are learning how to be disciplined in spirit. That discipline will carry you when feelings cannot, and it will separate you from cycles that once trapped you. Cycles of starting and stopping, of enthusiasm followed by exhaustion, of commitment followed by retreat. Those cycles end here. Not because you suddenly became stronger, but because you became steadier. Steadiness is underrated, but it is what sustains momentum. You will also notice that your prayers begin to change. Less frantic, less desperate, more aligned. You will stop asking for escape and start asking for assignment. Stop asking for relief and start asking for clarity. Stop asking for confirmation and start asking for courage. This shift matters because heaven responds differently to surrendered prayers. God does not need you to convince Him. He needs you to trust Him. And trust releases cooperation. You are moving from a season of asking if to a season of asking how. How do I steward this? How do I remain faithful? How do I carry this well? Those are the questions of someone who is ready. Ready does not mean fearless. It means willing. Willing to be corrected. Willing to be guided. Willing to obey even when the full picture is unclear. And that willingness attracts favor. Favor is not random. It follows obedience, not perfection. Obedience. You will see provision arrive without striving. Support appear unexpectedly. Opportunities align naturally. Not because you chased them, but because alignment attracts what belongs to you. What is meant for you will not require manipulation. If you have to force it, it is not yours. What is yours will respond to your presence. It will feel right without pressure, clear without confusion, timely without haste. Learn that feeling. it will guide you well. There will be moments ahead where you are tempted to shrink back, to doubt yourself, to question whether you misheard. When that happens, remember this moment. Remember that clarity does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And the whisper you heard here was real. God is not finished with you. He is just getting started. What is unfolding will require patience, humility, and courage. But you are equipped, not because you have everything figured out, but because you are aligned with the one who does. That alignment is enough, and it will carry you further than you imagine. Listen to me carefully. This is not emotional motivation. This is a spiritual instruction. You have been wondering why the resistance increased the moment you decided to take God seriously, why the attacks became personal, why the delays became intentional, why people you trusted suddenly misunderstood you. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. The enemy does not waste energy on people who are. He only fights assignments that threaten his territory. And right now, you are standing at the edge of a shift. You thought you were being punished. No, you were being positioned. You thought God was slow. No, he was being precise. If God had released it earlier, you would have mishandled it. If he had revealed it sooner, you would have been distracted. If he had promoted you faster, you would have been exposed. So he trained you in silence. He strengthened you in obscurity. He refined you in pressure. And now, listen, the season of internal preparation is ending. What is coming next does not need your explanation. It does not need your defense. It does not need your permission. It will speak for itself. There are doors opening that no apology can reopen once they close. There are conversations shifting that you cannot rehearse your way into. There are opportunities aligning that will not wait for your fear to feel ready. This is why the enemy tried so hard to exhaust you. This is why discouragement kept knocking. This is why quitting sounded reasonable. But you did not quit. You stayed. You endured. You obeyed, sometimes confused, sometimes tired, sometimes wounded, but still obedient. And heaven noticed. Right now, angels are being dispatched on assignments you prayed about years ago and forgot. Right now, God is rearranging timelines behind the scenes. Right now, the delay is turning into sudden acceleration. You will not ease into this next season. You will step into it. People will say it happened fast, but you will know the truth. It took nights of crying. It took mornings of obedience. It chose choosing faith when feelings were absent. And now the reward is close. This is your confirmation moment. This is your alignment signal. This is your spiritual marker. If this message is speaking directly to your spirit, if you know this was not random, if you feel that quiet fire reigniting inside you, then I want you to do something prophetic right now. Go to the comments and type 777 as a sign that you are in alignment with God's timing, and then type 999 to declare that the old season is closing and the new one is activating. Do not overthink it. Do not scroll past it. Do not delay it. Your obedience in this small instruction is a test of readiness for bigger doors. Type 777, type 999, and as you do, receive this blessing. May clarity replace confusion. May strength replace exhaustion. May divine favor locate you without struggle. May what was delayed return multiplied. May peace guard your mind. May courage rise in your spirit. May God finish what He started in you. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are chosen. You are protected. You are next. And what is coming will be worth every battle you survived.